Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I wasn't gonna come on tonight. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I ain't felt good all day. But then I was talking to a couple people from the family. See, we had the Brother Derek show. Y'all just wasn't that. Y'all need to come on Hangouts. You want to get the Brother Derek show. That's what the real show is. And I was talking to my lady friend, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and watch the wrestling, put some chicken on. Then I thought, you can still come, at least say hi. So we came on, and I didn't restart the computer, and we paid for it. The computer froze up. We didn't restart her. She been going all day. We run a lot of high-powered stuff here. You gotta restart the computer. Uh-oh, now what? See, this is what I'm talking about. No reason for that. No reason for that freeze. But this is what I'm talking about. It's the BS. Somebody just don't want me to come live. Well, guess what? We can. Now, after I restarted the computer, I went in there and started cooking. I said, the heck with it. I watched the wrestling. But then I looked down on the tablet, and I saw Nia sitting there. And I said, if she can show up, why am I not showing up? So, here I am. Welcome to the show, everybody. I know it's late on Sunday, but I got a little bit of the sermon I want to get to. Oh, you over there speaking. Come on, so they can't fly away nowhere. Now look for him. Look for him, because he had to hit the ground. You had to hit the ground. And so I said, well, I can come say hi to y'all. Like I said, I don't want to stay up too late, because I got the wrestling to go watch. Let me turn the music back on for a minute, and let me invite some people that's probably asleep. Sleep. We'll hit them up anyway. They come, they don't, they don't. Actually, it was a video that we did. It was actually, well, I'll show you. Better than I can tell you. Where's Windows Media? There she is. And let's go in. This PC. for the videos. As you can see, this was the other computer. These are the gifts that I put on here. As you can see, it's a lot of them. Some religious, some they insult people, some due to the topic. Look how many of them it is. This is what froze the computer up. Now, if we go back, this is what we've done since on the new computer. You can see it ain't that many. And go back up top. You got a folder right here called Bible. And if you look, these are our Bible gifts. There's Dance for the Lord. We got a song called that. And there's 2 versions of I Love You, Jesus. No song we sing. Now, excuse me 1 second, y'all. I got to turn this chicken over. Give me 1 second. Told you I had already started cooking. Yeah. All right, Nia said, did you happen to see that tweet from the 21st? What tweet? Well, Nia's getting that together. Even though we do the sermon on Saturday, Somebody suggested that I try something different. Pick a scripture at random and just read from it. So, let's take a looky. I don't even remember what it was. All right, this is 1 Peter 3:8-12. Suffering for doing good. Finally, all of you, be like-minded. Be sympathetic. Love one another. Be compassionate and humble. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you are called, so you may inherit a blessing. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. They must turn from evil and do good. They must seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. Would somebody like to break that down? We are in 1 Peter. I bring this up because yesterday I was commenting on how people seem to get turned on by the roasting and the beefing. But as you can see, this is an opposite of what God expects of us. Why do we love it so much? Somebody talk to me. Why do we love evil things? Now, I told y'all that I was going to go watch the wrestling. Well, the wrestling is predetermined. So it's not really people that hate each other trying to kill each other. Pastor Life says because it feels good. But why doesn't it feel good to do something nice? Why doesn't it feel good to watch people do nice things? If y'all ever watch any sitcoms, when everything was good, nobody watched. Think about it. For those of you that watch soap operas, the hero and the heroine, they was always into something. And then they would handle the family, and they would be together, and all would be good for about a day. And then you turn around, and somebody else has done something, and now they back on the attack. Why is it that quietness, stableness, calmness, why is that what turns us on? What's evil in us that allows us to run behind things that we know we shouldn't? Why is it so much fun? Why are so many young ladies, just like what Willie D was saying, that older man killed that young girl. And the ladies were commenting, I hope he didn't do it. He looked good. Look at that good hair. Why are our ladies attracted to sorry men? What's attractive about somebody sorry? How do you feel safe with somebody who you know could go off at any minute? And if the only person to go off on is you gonna be the victim. How do you feel safe? I don't understand the thinking. Why is it that when you was in the classroom, some of y'all go back, you was in the classroom, and you trying to learn and pass this next test, and you got some idiot throwing spitballs. You got some idiots cracking jokes. You got some idiots potting people in the back of the head, which makes the teacher stop teaching you. That person is making you miss out on the learning. But you would never say, hey, why don't you stop it? You would never say, hey, cut it out. You sit back and enjoy the entertainment. When you know you hear the bully say they gonna beat a nerd up and one of them your best friend, why is it that we don't go up to the bully and say, well, you gotta beat me up too? And you gotta beat me up too. We sit back and watch the nerd beat the bully beat the nerd up, and we just sit there and look. Because deep down, we want to see the fight. As long as it ain't happening to us, as long as we ain't getting beat up, it's all good. All good news. Hey, man, he rocked you, son. It's going to be you tomorrow. Huh? I don't know, but the day you got beat up, I'm not coming to school tomorrow. I might tell my parents I'm sick and might not come back. He might forget about me and be beating somebody else up. But he sure put a whooping on you. How could a bully exist? Let that marinate. How could a bully exist? If you live in a nice neighborhood and you in a nice block, how could bullies be on your? How can drug dealers be on your block? You go out there and talk to them. Hey, how's it going? They selling poison to your people. What do you mean, how's it going? You should be like, man, get out of here. Go get a job. Go find some income where you ain't got to kill your own people. Go out to the rich neighborhoods and sell that stuff. Why you down here in the hood? That's what you should be doing. But instead, we go out there and pat them on the back. And at Thanksgiving and Christmas, they give you a turkey. And you glad to get that turkey. You glad to get it. Pastor Light says, because it feels good, it depends on what it is. It's like life. It's like in the wilderness where the strong mate wins because it's dominance. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me go turn this chicken over here. you're a lot of help. You're a lot of help. That was the last song. So you can delete that. Alrighty, play these at random. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm frying this chicken. I'm glad I ain't sauced the vegetables yet. I'll be really running back and forth. Why do we like people? Why do we find people who don't do what's right? Why is that sex act? Now I can understand a man would like a woman that's loose because he want to get his rocks off. But why would a woman want a man that want a woman that's loose? Did y'all hear what I said? Why would a man want a woman that's loose? Hang on a second. Your breath on it. Always trying to keep it, your breath smell like you already done. Friday, y'all. Still gotta make the steamed veggies. We overcooked the seasoning all on the top a little bit, but it's okay. Y'all can't say I'm BSing. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy them boys while I'm watching the ration. Let's get back to our topic. All right, let's get back to our topic here. We'll read it again. 1 Peter 3:8-12. Suffering for doing good. It starts, finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. Y'all hear me say like-minded when I talk about trying to find people to do business with. Find somebody that's like-minded. Be sympathetic and love one another. Be compassionate and humble. If you are humble, you don't want to be seen. You want people to discover you. If you are humble, you ain't got to be loud. You're using the loudness to draw people to you. You're using your rudeness to draw people to you. If you can't stand on your own, it's something wrong with you. If you got to be always the one always causing trouble, that means you're not getting attention at home. So you want attention when you go out on the street. The problem is the people that give you the attention, they don't give two farts about you. That's the problem. They don't care about you. And they'll sit there and watch you get locked up and won't come bail you out. They'll dare you to do something, see you get in trouble, and leave you in the lurch. Just leave you hanging. Like, I don't know him. I don't know him. I had nothing to do with it. You'll sit there and see a man having issues with the cops, and you'll tell them, don't let the cops chomp you down like you they pigs. You better do something. Come on. Screw 12. Get them. And then when they beat them with the billy club and tase them, then you go, oh man, that's what you get. I don't know why you out there messing with the cops, fool. They try and do that job. How many times have you seen that? You see little Johnny acting up in class, and he gets sent to the principal's office. He gets suspended for 3 days. Did you go take him to schoolwork that he missed? You were so entertained by what he was doing, but you don't give $2 about him. He's going to fall behind in school because he's missing the lesson. Entertaining you. Did you ever go say, hey, Johnny, here's the homework you didn't get. This is what we studied yesterday. Nope. Bet none of you did it. Put money on it. You want people to people to entertain you for nothing. Hold on a second. This water getting on my nerves. Keep running. God damn it. I don't understand. I thought the water, it's still. I like peace and quiet. There we go. Nope, it's still going. So I ask the question again. If we know this is not what God wants for us, why are we attracted to it? Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. That reminds me of the YouTube sector we in. Seems like everybody wanna repay each other with evil insults. And I watch sometimes, if ain't nothing on, I ain't gonna lie. But sometimes somebody will send me something, and I see some of the sorriest insults I've ever seen in my life. I mean, sorry insulting. And I love how somebody will say, I thought I was bad, but this person here. Well, if you think you bad, you shouldn't be commenting. Can I get an amen? If you think that you bad, why are you commenting on somebody who you think is a little more worse than you? That makes you better? Yeah, I'm better than she is. I'm 5 pounds overweight. She 10 pounds overweight. I saw her on the scale. I'm better. Really? You both look the same to me. Well, I seen the scale when she and I got on them. I was 10 pounds lighter, so I'm better. I'm lighter than she is. I'm better. You should take me to the dance. Well, can you dance? It don't matter. I'm going to look better on your arms because I'm 10 pounds lighter. Really? But this is going on somewhere in the world right now. That kind of conversation. It says, do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. Do not do it. So why do we do it? Why is it if somebody mentions a name, somebody mentions a name or somebody in the chat name, that person comes with a vengeance. Yeah, you mentioned my name. Well, did you fall down the stairs? Yeah, I said you fell down the stairs. It don't matter. You said my name. I know I fell down the stairs. But why you comment on it? Because we do the news, and that was news. You fell down the stairs. Oh, you fat somebody. Hey, that's not about it. Oh, you got 4 people here. Hey. All of that because you said something that was true. But see, in their minds, if you mention their name, they feel like the other people won't think they punks. Just like the bully in the class. If he's trying to harass you and you stand up to him, when all the kids go, ooh, the nerd said he's going to punch you in your mouth. What you going to do about it? The bully got to beat you up. If he want to keep the attention and he want to keep the love of the people, he got to beat you up even if he don't want to. And I see that in a lot of these people. And that's why I ain't scared of them. Because there's something psychologically wrong and you get exploited. Somebody call you something, you got to answer it? How many times did y'all send me links, somebody said something to me, I don't pay it a bit of mind? All they trying to do is get me to come join in the battle royal, join in the free-for-all, so they can get some attention. Find somebody else. We can do better stuff. We ain't got to do that. We don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Maybe I should say I don't. But without the insult with insult, they can't survive. I say it again. Why is it that people start their show and the first thing you see in the chat is a link for them to call in? You coming to do a show, we coming to see you. Why you got a link for people to call in? That means you don't have no content. You need people to call in and give you content. And I'll say it again. I keep seeing women doing their nails, doing their hair. I seen a dude eat. I seen somebody play with the kids. You do everything while other people are talking on your screen. Well, what are you there for then? The other people are doing the stream. You just sitting there saying nothing. If don't nobody calling in my show, hey. Some people say I let people talk too long. That's because we don't get that many calls. Because who has the cojones to call in here and talk to me? Who wants to get embarrassed? Because they will be worried about what somebody else would think. I'm only worried about what Jesus and God think. And when I put Brodero on the tag, he don't care about what nobody thinks. That's why he is the master. And nobody has defeated him. But we didn't come here to put people down. We came here to lift you up. We didn't come to put people down. We came to lift you up. And that's why they have the issue at it. I don't understand. He's so good at this. He ought to come join us. Well, why? I'm doing what nobody else wants to do. And you can't rise much further than me. You're doing what everybody wants you to do. And you're not getting nowhere. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. You doing what everybody wants you to do, and you're not growing. You're not going anywhere. You're in the same rut. Don't say I'm in the rut. I'm telling people what they don't want to hear. I'm supposed to be low. I'm supposed to be at the bottom. But why are you right here with me and you telling everybody what they want to hear? Let them marinate. You tell people what they want to hear. See, unlike you, I got the courage to tell the truth. Say what you want to say. Sometimes people, there's something wrong with your brain. You hear something and you hear it the first time, but when you hear it the second, third, and fourth time, you change it around and make it say something different, and you expect us to believe it. And then you want to put I think or I feel to make people feel bad because they're going to tell you sound stupid. I'm honest, and I tell you that. So why would I be number one? Who wants to hear the truth? Don't you want to hear somebody say, "Hey, you doing good. Hey, good job, buddy." You ain't done nothing. Why do you need people to praise you? You need people to praise you, but you ain't done nothing. You ain't made not one contribution. You ain't helped nothing. But you want praise. You want respect. You want donations. But what have you done? You come on here and you talk about other people all the time. If you're not talking about other YouTubers, what will you talk about? You have nothing to talk about. You can't do the news because you don't have no good commentary. You can't do the news. How you going to do news without commentary? Me and Nia sat here and did World Star, and we got 4,400 people to watch us. You have 15 people on the panel, and you get 200 or 300 people to watch it. Like, what? What? I'll say it again. Some of you brag that you got a video that got 100,000. But that video, when you go look other places, like Facebook and Instagram and World Star, it got millions of views. So you didn't get nothing. Why you didn't get millions of views? Because you piggybacked. That's what you did. You piggybacked off of something that was already going to hit. You didn't do nothing. I heard Victor Moan say that he do World Star better than anybody, but his World Star videos don't do that good. That's not a diss. That's just an observation. But he does have a clip where two women are fighting over a ham sandwich that got a lot of views. I think it's in 100,000. I was really impressed with it until I went on World Star and saw it had 10 million views. So basically, he didn't do nothing but just repost something somebody already did, and he got a cut of the views. And shout out to Victor Moan in the Army. I didn't mean to point you out, but I'm making an example. I don't think you will be offended, but I made an example. We don't just highlight one video clip and put it up there because it would generate views. If it's a short video, somebody will take a look. What? They had a fight in church? Oh man, let me look. What? The pastor messing around with the second lady? Well, what about the first lady? What? Let me go look. That's not success. But can you get in front of the camera and have 100,000 people watching? Just you. That's a test. When I go on some of these news chats, I be saying 200,000 people in there. You got people on YouTube that got 50 people in that chat. They think they doing something. I'm like, everybody say that Tommy chat move. Go into some of them chats on the other side and see how fast they move. Just you can't even follow. And look at the donations. $50, $70, $100, $300, $400 donation. If I'm gonna follow behind somebody, I want to follow behind somebody like that. I don't want to follow with somebody that's scrimping and scraping to get anything like I'm doing. How is that beneficial? Why do I want to battle with somebody when our viewership is the same? You don't get nothing from me, and I don't get nothing from you. Because I'm looking around, I see the same people that go from chat to chat. It be the same people. It just be the same people. What you doing over here? I saw you over in that chat. You can't come here. I'm going to take your rent. How much to buy that person rent? They was over there in the enemy chat. Why can't somebody go into the chat they want to? Why is it your business? It's just a question of mine. And if I'm a chatter and I'm in somebody's chat and the host let somebody buy my wrench, I'm not coming back there. Obviously, I'm not wanted. But I'm going to buy it back. What is it? $25? Now it's $50. I'll buy it back. There are people who are scared to say something to certain people. Over there, hello, how you doing? They're afraid that they're going to buy their wrench. If the host don't want me over there, so I go someplace else. I'll go where I'm wanted. I don't want to go where I'm not wanted. Why would you want to be in a place where you got to really watch what you say? You can't give your opinion. People get mad at me when I say, I don't mind you coming over here talking, but just don't say I think and I feel. You got people that got to lie. Well, that man in Indy, I don't fool with him, and yet you got a troll account and you watch the man every day. You got to sit there and lie. Why would I want a liar to be sitting in my chat? Why would I want somebody that can't tell the truth to be sitting in my chat? Just so I can have a couple more numbers? You can keep them numbers. This is an old video, but I'm subbed to him on this channel, and it pops up. It got 100 and some thousand views on it. That don't make you the king of World Star, because we could go get some World Star videos and put them up and see the views we get. And what'll help it is my commentary on top of it. And we can do that, but that's too easy. I don't like uploading. I like just going live. You know, you heard me say I admire people that edit. But yeah, it'd be real easy. I could sit around all day and just go on World Star and search the web and just find, you know, clips, figure out how to download them and then upload them to YouTube. And we can have like 10 short 3-minute videos or less a day. But it's easier to just go live and come talk to the people. You know, it's a different style. So you see people uploading them short videos and they ain't done nothing but upload somebody else's video and they want you to go look. I got 30 people to watch it. There have been shows where we had technical problems and we was only on for 2 or 3 minutes and we ain't had 30, 40 people watch. Why is that impressive? And it wasn't nobody else stuff. It was just me. Why would I be impressed that you got to play somebody else's stuff to get by? Yes, we show the news because we cover the news. And I can watch the news on my own. But isn't it better when you can chat with somebody about the news? Don't that sound better? Than chatting with somebody about somebody not having no edges? Chatting about somebody having the bicycle weave on? Chatting about somebody can't get a woman? That's more fun. This is the problem. That it's fun. I don't come for fun. I come to teach. I come to bring awareness. I come to try to wake some of you up. Some of you won't wake up. You just doomed to go get in that pit. Some of you, I hope you really listen so that you don't have to worry about going in that pit. Because the things that I ask of you ain't hard to do. They not. They just take discipline. Nobody wants to be held accountable. Nobody. If I see another black lady slap a cop and be surprised when he want to handcuff her, you knew before you slapped them. Now they get away with it, I gotta say, a lot better than more men. Men get beat up, but you know. Why would you do it? You know it's wrong. Whether you like cops or not, they still in an authoritative role. And if you don't like them being in an authoritative role, then get together and make your own police force and tell them we don't need your force anymore. Hit the road, Jack. But you won't do that because you can't even come together and decide what movie you're going to watch. You can't get together and decide what restaurant you're going to go to. So how the heck you going to build anything together? You can't stop making fun of the people you consider close to you. Yeah, we're going to rag on Junior. Hey, Junior, you got a day check? Hey, Junior, you got some hair on your chest? It's daggone shame, man, you can't get none. We all ain't got something. What the heck wrong with you? Ain't we supposed to be doing something important? We are, but right now we're going to make fun of you. We're going to make fun of you to pass the time. Yeah, you still got that limp? Oh, bootleg Johnny? We're going to have to call you, what's a step? We sit there and make fun of each other. And people just smile and don't say nothing. But they don't like you no more. So how you gonna build with them? For some reason, everybody might flock to you, but that person don't like you no more. All you do is make fun of them, and you call them your friend. What would you say to your enemy? Yeah, man, his girlfriend said, he's a 2-minute man. 2-minute man. God don't. Well, after your 2 minutes, tell her to come see me, and I'll give her an hour. But I see you only giving her 2 minutes. This is what people say to each other, and you think that they're good friends. That's why I ain't surprised when somebody gets shot in the head. I ain't surprised when somebody gets beat up. The person that's running their mouth don't even see it coming. So how can we come together and build when we don't even like each other? And I'll prove it to you. I will prove it to you. Look at all the people who 2 years ago was best friends. Then last year they was beefing. Now they friends again. How can you build anything when you can't even stay consistent? Today I'm your friend. Tomorrow I'm your enemy. Now we gonna gang up against somebody else. Now that's somebody else, and then one of you two are gonna join up, and y'all gonna go jump on some man. And all we do is bounce around each other. Cause see, the reason that we bounce around each other, the reason that we steal from each other, is because we don't build nothing. So whatever's there, we have to fight over it. We don't create nothing. So whatever is there, we have to fight over it. We fight over the same corners instead of trying to expand our territory. We sit there and fight over the same project house rather than trying to build houses people can be proud to live in. We sit there and fight over the sorry men that nobody, but apparently you black ladies want. And you fight because they make a little fast money. You know they ain't no good, but you gotta hurry up and grab one before they get tooken. Never occurs to you, hey, maybe I should, fix myself up, take a little class in speech, and maybe I can go out to the suburbs and attract somebody. But nope, you can't see that far. All you can see is what's in front of you. And that's why black people can't grow. Because we can't get along, we don't like each other. Our moms teach us to hate each other. So how can we get along? And we have no patience. These kids today will go from 0 to 100 in a second. You can't even look at them wrong, and they'll beat the crap out you. So where is being sympathetic? Where is the love one another? Where is the be humble? Where is that in our society? Where is it? You got men that don't even want to be men. Because their mamas tell them that daddy wasn't nothing and they ain't going to be nothing. They don't even want to be their daddy. That's why they look so feminine. Walking around with makeup on and rings in their nose. What the heck is sexy about that? To a woman, why would a woman want a man that look like a damn woman? Because the women run the hood. And so the girls want to be like their mama, and so do the boys. How are we going to change it? First thing, teach our young women, keep their legs closed. If a man want to get in between your legs, he got to put a ring on your finger and have a house for you to live in and a car for you to drive. If not, he can't get you. The man that wants you is going to go do that. He's going to go show you. A man that don't want you is going to move on to the next girl that ain't going to have no requirements of him. 2, teach our young men to keep that thing in the pants. Because it ain't about how many women you lay up with. You got it in the black community that if you are 15 years old and you still a virgin, there's something wrong with you. A 15-year-old should be proud to be a virgin. Should be proud that he saved himself for the woman that he wants. And a young girl should be proud to be a virgin. It's not a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing? Well, good girls stay home and bad girls go out. But guess what? Years down the road, it's the bad girl that's assed out. Because her ass been out all over the damn town, and now don't nobody want it. Won't nobody marry it. Won't nobody take care of it. Only a Pookie or a Ray Ray that want to lay up in there and live off of her or wait for her children to get old enough that they can mess with them. That's what the bad girls get. Anybody want to come talk to me about that? I'll listen. Tell me what I said was wrong. I'll listen. I'm going to chop you up, but I'll listen. I'm going to cut your toes off, but I'll listen. Until we can get our young people to value themselves and to love one another instead of hating. We got people that's killing each other because you make more money on the corner than I do. You make more money selling poison to our community than I do, so I got to kill you. I got to get you out the way. I can't improve myself. I can't find a better corner so I can make some money. Now I just got to kill you. And that's what we do. We stay in the same spot. There are some kids that have never been out of a 5-mile radius of where they live. There are kids that's never been a mile past where they live. Unless they going to the courthouse, unless they going to the jail, they never go past a mile radius in any direction. There are some inner cities in Chicago where kids that don't have a car don't even go more than 7 blocks in the radius of where they live. So if all you can see is them 7 blocks, you locked in. How can you see yourself doing anything other than selling drugs or breaking in people's houses or strong arm robbery or being a pimp? What else can you do when you don't even go out your neighborhood? You don't know what's out there unless you're on TV or social media. You don't know what's out there. And because you won't leave, you feel that it's your territory and you gotta defend it. But you won't buy no property. I used to love when the little drug boy would tell me, "This is our block. Can I see your deed? Can I see the deed? Cause I seen the deed to this place, but let me show me the deed. Till you can show me the deed, you don't own nothing. You make so much money, go buy a business and go sell your drugs out of there. If you make so much money, but you won't, because the DEA gonna come take it. That's why you won't do it. So basically, you can't do nothing. You gotta have it in your mama's name. Gotta have something in your sister's name. Gotta have it in somebody baby mama's name. Gotta be a long lost cousin name. And it's almost always a female. Why is that? Because the men gonna get it took. So you can't even have your name. You worry about having a fancy car and can't have your name on it. You worrying about having a nice condo and your name ain't on it. When the police come and you say, hey, this is my place, and they say, well, let me see. Well, it's in my mama's name. Oh, so it's your mama's place. Well, it's my place, but I pay the bills and everything, but it's in mama's name. Oh, so you're a drug dealer then? All right, we're gonna have to look you up. No, I'm not a drug dealer. Yeah, whatever. So you just told the cops what you do, and now they don't look for you. When they see you on the little cameras they have outside, they know what you're doing. You'll find yourself locked up quick. Shameful. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing. Because of this, you were so called that you may inherit a blessing. When somebody come in there and fool, you see me try to be nice to them, but the more dumb things they say, you have to say something back, but you don't have to be cruel. If I say something about you, 99.9% of the time, it could be true. But when you make up stuff because you don't have nothing to say, you lose. So why not just humble yourself and realize, hey, I can't win this battle. Let me go with my business. But no, you won't. You'll still stay and make up lies and holler and throw a tantrum and just try to get everybody to say, oh, look at how passionate he is. He must be telling the truth. Look at how passionate he is. And you sitting there looking at them like they're retarded, and then they're going to say, see, he ain't even reacting. It must be true. Somebody who think that is so far away from God, they don't even know it. I can honestly say, and I've been in many a battle, I don't hate nobody on YouTube. And even if they've acted a fool, the only person who we haven't let back over here is that guy in Bronxville, and we let him back over here twice. He a turncoat, and we seen him do the same thing in other chats, and I've proven it. And people still deal with him, so that lets me know that it's something lacking in them. It's something that's lacking in them. Guy had made a video on us in 2 months, but because we did a StreamYard and he sat in the queue trying to get on the show, I paid him no mind. His intent was to go make a video. Why he didn't use one of his clown accounts and say, hey, why you won't let me on? Some people in the chat might have said, hey, let him on. Never occurred to him to use his brain to do that. Instead, I'm going to go make a video. Got that marinade. I got a problem with you, but I'm not going to deal with you. I'm going to go make a video. Who's the video for? Is the video for me? Or is the video to show the people that your feelings are hurt? Because that's what it says. Your feelings are hurt. And that's why you feel you must make the video. So that you can keep your rep because you got your feelings hurt. Once again, if I'm wrong, somebody tell me. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. How many of y'all can say that y'all never had deceitful speech come out your lips? Well, now you know that God doesn't want you to do that. Will you still do it? Now that you know that God doesn't want you to do that, will you still do it? Turn from evil and do good. That means if you see evil going on and you can't stop it, the next best thing you can do is turn and walk away, so that you got no part of it. If you can't stop it, turn and walk away. You ain't got no part in it. But if you stay there and watch and, hey, get him, hey, then you just guilty as everybody else. No, I didn't. I didn't do nothing though. You just as guilty. You just as guilty. You are an accessory. If you don't try to stop something and you don't leave the scene, you are an accessory. Because the evil is happening to make a point to you, to make you fearful. And if you stay there and absorb it, you absorbing that evil into your body. Why would you stay there? You should seek peace and pursue it. I keep asking y'all, what's wrong with being stable? I'm sitting here talking to you now. What's my biggest problem? Sucker got away again. My biggest problem, it's not even a problem, it's these daggone gnats. I actually seen one, I put up a thing on the door. I seen one come through anyway. I blocked the door and one squeezed in anyway. I beat the hell out of him too. My niggas probably thought I was crazy. What the hell are you doing making all that noise? I beat the crap out of him. So like I said, I found out they come from outside. Hopefully, with me turning the light out, but the problem is they gonna get trapped in the hallway. Cause my neighbor's company keep leaving the door wide open. And I mean wide open. It be open. And they leave it open and they just fly in. Hopefully the weather changes and they'll die. If not, we had to just keep on killing them. They don't bother nothing. Say, for the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous. If you are entertained by people doing evil, why is the Lord watching you? Why is the Lord with you? Because you see in this next line, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. Why would he be worried about answering your prayers if you love evil? Why should he care about answering your prayers if you love evil? Why should he? Wait a minute, somebody said something. But Doug said sci-fi good too, Mr. Brother, starting in the Attack of the Flies. Yeah, for bars. But Doug said lots of blood, kill, kill, kill. He says a video of all that happening make the million views on YouTube. Wow, it's pretty boring. I'm just waiting for them to come back. They always come back. That's the one thing, they stupid. They always come back. You just sit here and don't pay on the mind for a minute. Now, I made a mistake. I should have sprayed them, but it was on the table. I thought I could hit them with this bottle. And it didn't work. I'm going to spray a little liquid right here and see what happens. And then spray some around to see what happens. Y'all saw me put that chicken in the microwave, and it's making them try to come through the door. Oh my God, this one right there at the door. It actually made it. I'm serious. You freaking serious. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous that I got a skirt. I got a bed skirt going across the top of the door, going down to the bottom. And then I doubled it, and daggone boy squeezed his way in anyway. Like, damn. Even with it doubled, still squeezed the way in. You want to come in here and get this chicken that bag? That chicken smell that good to you, sir? Well, you paid for it. Paid for it with your life. All right, give me a second, y'all. Let me set this up here. We're going to look at a few stories. See what's going on in the news today. Oh, I got a special request. Wait a minute, I gotta find it. Wait a minute. Did we just pass it? We went way too far back. Alright, y'all. This one, Liz.
On the wheelchair drive 3. See what I'm saying? The wheelchair, y'all. The wheelchair drive. See the wheelchair drive 3. So I'm pushing the chair right now. Whoa, I ain't made buttons to the TV. See, now I have to move my hands. Look at this. See this, y'all? The wheelchair drive. The wheelchair drive 3. I'm going back and forth.
It is a walker. But it's also a chair.
So I'm doing my video, part 205, the wheelchair drive. The wheelchair drive 3.
Yeah, it's a walker, but when their legs get tired, they can sit in it, like wait for the bus, and they make it to the bus stop.
I'll be right back. Will you start work first? Now I'm back. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn this. Okay, right here. I'm saying, in the wheelchair. So y'all see it? So I'm doing my video part 180. I'm doing my video part 201. The wheelchair drive. Dang, I can't even get the number out of my mouth, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna say again what's up. Doing my video part 205. The wheelchair drive 3. The wheelchair drive 3. The wheelchair drive 3. So I'm moving around this. So I'm moving around this here. Y'all see? Yeah, so y'all see how I move around in my chair? Moving around in my wheelchair? Doing my video, the wheelchair drive 3. The wheelchair drive 3, my video part 205. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. That was Kevin King. Alright, listen to this also. Remains of master and slave unearthed from ashes after almost 2,000 years. The remains of 2 victims lying next to each other on their backs were found in a layer of gray ash at least 6.5 feet deep. Archaeologists said. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. There's slavery back then. Let y'all take a view of that. Cast of the 2 men, a master and a young slave, after they were found during recent excavations of a villa in Civita Giuliana in the outskirts of Pompeii. So that's in Rome. Skeletal remains of what are believed to have been a rich man and his male slave attempting to escape death from the eruption of Mount Vesuvius nearly 2,000 years ago have been discovered in Pompeii, officials said at the archaeological park in Italy Saturday. Parts of the skulls and bones of the 2 men were found during excavation of the ruins from what once an elegant villa with a panoramic view of the Mediterranean Sea on the outskirts of the ancient Roman city destroyed by the volcano eruption in 79 AD. It's the same area where a stable with the remains free of 3 harnessed horses were excavated in 2017. Pompeii officials said the men apparently escaped the initial fall of ash from Mount Vesuvius, then succumbed to a powerful volcanic blast that took place the next morning. The latter blast apparently invaded the area from many points, surrounding and burying the victims in ash, they said in an official statement. The remains of the 2 victims lying next to each other on their backs were found in a layer of gray ash at least 6.5 deep, they said. As been done when other remains have been discovered at the Pompeii site, archaeologists poured liquid chalk into the cavities or void left by the decaying bodies in the ash and pumice that rained down from the volcano near modern-day Naples and demolished the upper levels of the villa. The technique, pioneered in the 1800s, gives the image not only of the shape and the position of the victims in the throes of death, but make their remains seem like statues, said Massimo Ossana, an archaeologist. Judging by cranial bones and teeth, one of the men was young, likely 18 to 25, with a spinal column with compressed discs. That finding led archaeologists to hypothesize that he was a young man who did manual labor, like that of a slave. The other man had a robust bone structure, especially in his chest area, and died with his hands on his chest and his legs bent and spread apart. He was estimated to have been 30 to 40 years old, Pompeii officials said. Fragments of white paint were found near the man's face, probably remnants of a collapsed upper wall, the official says. Both skeletons were found in the side room along the underground corridor or passageway known in ancient Rome times as a cryptoporticus, which led to the upper level of the villa. The victim was probably looking for shelter in the crypticus, in this underground space where they thought they were protected. Instead, on the morning of October 25th, 79 AD, a blazing cloud of volcanic material arrived in Pompeii and killed anyone it encountered on its way. Man, that's rough right there. That's a rough way to die. What did you say? Where's cam set up? No surround sound. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. I was talking to Liz today, and I found the sound card I was telling y'all about. I found it, and we tried it, and it comes with a generic driver, but I found it, and in the article it said 7.1 channel. Now I looked through the witchercoms, and I didn't see anything, but I went on and hooked it up, and it didn't have a enhancement on it. So I actually got this thing that got a list of them. And we tried Dolby Pro Logic, we tried Dolby Advanced Audio, we tried Dolby Home Theater, now I'm looking for a Dolby Home Theater. I don't know how I'm going to put it in the thing, but it only go to version 2. It only go to version 2. I want version 4, but it has, the app is already built in. You don't have to download a separate app. The app is built into when you go look at the settings for the sound card, but it's limited. But hold on, I'll show y'all real quick. Windows Media. Okay. Now, let's go in. Side click, open settings. Now y'all can see USB audio device, right? That's the driver. Go into the sound control panel, right? And you see it right here. Now y'all already see, let me bring this over some so y'all can see it. Now we can just download the driver and switch back. You see Dolby Digital Plus Audio, Advanced Audio. Now, these are newer drivers, but we're trying this external sound card. We're using an external one, not the one from the PC. We actually going through the USB. So, if you go into properties, you notice, you see Dolby right here. Now the same way on the other one, where you had the equalizer and see, that's what I'm wondering, where's the app at? I can't find the app, but then I found out that it's built in. Like, let me see. If you turn it off, you can hear different. Now this is movies. this is music. And this is gaming. Depending on what you're listening to. Now, I like movies because of the bass. Now, we also using Windows Sonic. So, I was able to use both of them. I said, okay. And I left it alone. Wish we had a better song. Why is the encoder overloaded? It ain't doing nothing. So we haven't tested it yet. So let's go to YouTube. Now see, that's the app I was talking about, but y'all saw the app was actually inside the settings. So why can't we see an example? Okay, let's do this. Sample. There we go. Advanced audio version 2. So let's check it out. How does it sound? Wasn't really long. Alright, well, we're using Sonic. Let's see the difference. So what's the difference? So I want to see the difference. A comparison of Windows Sonic and Dolby Atmos for producing virtual 3D audio on headphones. Both are available in Windows 10 to use. So let's see. So can you start? That's stereo. hold on a sec, y'all. Since it's gaming and not a movie, let me put it on gaming. Hold on one sec. Go to sound control, properties. Let's put it on gaming. Go to Dolby and put it on this gaming right there. We're gonna put it on gaming. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go back to. Then it's still on stereo. We're waiting for it to go to Sonic. That's what we're using right now. We're using Dolby Digital Advanced Audio version 2. I patched that in, and we're using Windows Sonic, which is on here. It's Windows Sonic versus Dolby Atmos versus stereo. Let's get it. Now that's stereo. Alright, we're using this, Windows Sonic. Now this is Atmos. Stereo. Just 2 speakers. I gotta say, that stereo sound pretty good.
your location. On my way.
Cooper, you're in bad shape. Hold on. Might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go.
Well, he ain't gonna make it help you now. Damn. Well, he ain't gonna make it help you now. No, but the fuck, it's a video game.
Class 3, Jack Cooper. Stabilized.
Now this is what we use in Windows Sonic.
Temporary side effects. Nausea.
I went to the bathroom real quick.
You're in bad shape. Hold on. What might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go.
Now the Atmos.
Mark 8, London. Activated. Positive. Militia rifleman, Class 3, Jack Cooper. Stabilized. 250 kilograms of anti-sentinel administered. Precaution. Temporary side effects. Nausea. Dizziness.
you say? No, right there. Nobody about that.
I hit him twice, and he
Captain
still
Buster,
survived.
I got a fix on your location. On
I
my
just
way.
knocked him further down the wall. That one right there?
Contact acquired.
Cooper, you're in bad shape. Hold on. Might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex Predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries, stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go.
Alrighty. Windows Sonic has good sound space, but it also sounds over-processed and artificial. Good thing that it's free and it works decently well for detecting footsteps if you are in intercompetitive multiplayer. Dolby Atmos has the best sound space. Games feel quite immersive with it turned on, but it's paid and there's some minor sound skip here and there. I personally like using Dolby Atmos and would recommend it. Feel free to choose which best sounds for you. Well, if somebody would like to donate, it's $15 to get the Atmos. I tried to get it for free and it don't connect. Well, now you're gonna take all day, right? Let's pull the OBS up. Let's open up Windows Media. Let's go back into the store. And this is it. We already used the free trial. But let's go ahead and install it. Hope it don't mess up what we're doing. Well, it shouldn't do anything because we ain't paid for it. So it's installed. Now it says to launch. Oh, it lowered the price. It's only $10.49. It's only $10.49. Anybody want to help us out? It's on sale. It's usually $15. It's on sale for $10.50. Anybody want to help us out? They won't let us do anything. Because we ain't paid for it. They won't let us do nothing. Let me see. Launch. Skip. Yeah, it's going to sell for 30% off. It's on sale, y'all, for $10.50. It's on sale for $10.50. Anybody want to help me get it? I got $5. Somebody help out with $5? Help out with the $5.50? Well, I asked. I ain't gonna ask no more. Let's keep going. Man accused of 7 robberies in 74 minutes. What? Man.
Crook on a mission, stopped in his tracks, but not after police say he hit up 7 businesses in just 1 hour.
You heard right, 7. Yeah, this guy moved fast, allegedly. The fast-track crime spree stretched from Antigua to Lathrop, with several law enforcement agencies teaming up to catch the guy. CBS 13's Marlon Kinter with this brazen one-man crime spree.
A town terrorized after Manteca police say 34-year-old Stephen Smith went from one business to the next in a black hoodie, threatening clerks and taking off with cash.
Like 5 stores, and after us, he robbed the Lathrop subway. So it's scary, and he had a gun.
Investigators say one of the victims wrestled the weapon away from Smith, and it turned out to be an airsoft gun, still enough to scare longtime customers in the area.
They're pretty crazy, pretty brave to do that. That's surprising. That's people are stubborn, I guess. Out of job and everything like that, you know. Family's bad.
I'm sad about this whole thing that's going on. Everybody's like losing their minds, and I don't know. I think everybody's just getting desperate, you know?
Manteca Police Sergeant Greg Beal mapped out the crime spree that started just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon, broad daylight Thursday. Several robbed in Manteca, then French Camp and Lathrop. By 2:30, 7 stores had been hit.
Just a little over an hour, this person was able to just hit up all these spots. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I actually haven't. I was talking with my captain.
Sergeant Beal says midway through the spree, Smith even stole his roommate's car to finish the job.
I'm not sure what he was thinking, if he was thinking, but yeah, he was just kind of on a roll and unfortunately terrorized a lot of business owners and employees.
I'm scared. I mean, I work at nighttime every day, and my coworker, we're scared now.
I can understand it being frightening. And just to give you an idea of what it took to track down the suspect, we're talking the Manteca Police Department, Lathrop Police Department, San Joaquin County Sheriff, CHP, all involved in this investigation. The suspect, Stephen Smith, expected to be arraigned Monday in Manteca court.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Inevitable. And how much damage will he do along the way? While Trump is obstructing the transition of power, his administration is obstructing the free flow of information. This is the ultimate show of weakness. Being afraid to answer questions, or even stand there and field the questions and then try to dodge them. Press briefings have basically disappeared from the White House and from key government agencies. Let's start at the White House in the press briefing room, which we haven't seen much of lately. Now, Kayleigh McEnany, the press secretary, did show up on Friday. It was her first briefing in 7 weeks. She's been avoiding the press just like her boss. This is a calendar from October, when the president spoke to the White House press corps all the time in the days and weeks leading up to the election. But let's fast forward to November, and you'll see he has not answered a single question from the White House press corps in 19 days. This is an unprecedented streak of silence from the President of the United States. He is instead choosing to attack the democratic process and try to overturn the election via Twitter, via his tweets, with some in the media now using words like attempted coup to describe his actions. Look, we knew this was going to happen. He telegraphed this years and months before Election Day. He was eroding trust in voting all the while. And now his appointees are doing his bidding, avoiding questions, avoiding answering the public's questions. We still really haven't heard from the General Services Administrator, who is choosing to hold up the transition of power. We have barely heard from Trump's COVID-19 task force, including Vice President Mike Pence. You know, there was this so-called press conference on Thursday, but it wasn't a press conference at all, because Pence abruptly left the room when reporters wanted to ask questions. So Pence didn't take a single question. Look at John Carl, like all of us, taking his mic off angrily because the vice president would not answer questions from reporters. This behavior is not just happening at the White House or the GSA. Let's look to the Pentagon, where Acting Defense Secretary Christopher Miller has not taken questions from reporters. When he announced this important step, the withdrawal of thousands of troops from Afghanistan and Iraq, coming up just before Inauguration Day, he went out to the briefing. He used the briefing room to announce this. And again, he did not answer questions from reporters. Here's CNN's Ryan Brown pointing that out on Twitter, saying Miller's refused to take questions on that decision or about anything else. You know, the last time the Pentagon spokesman had a full-scale, full-fledged press briefing? That was back in July. And what about the former Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper? He had last held a briefing in June before being replaced. This trend, this phenomenon continues throughout Trump's government. The last time Secretary of State Mike Pompeo took questions from State Department journalists was back on November 10th. He's been traveling the world with reporters, but staying away from those reporters. This is a show of weakness. It is actually an insult to you, not just to the press, but to you, the American people. When we're in the midst of this turmoil, this transition, this state of limbo in America, for government agencies, taxpayer-funded spokespeople in government agencies to avoid questions and deny the reporters a chance to ask questions is an insult to the American people. It's a show of weakness. So, what about the incoming president? What about President-elect Joe Biden? He has been somewhat available in recent days. He did hold two sessions this week on camera where he did field questions from reporters, taking questions from 5 reporters on Monday, I think 4 reporters on Thursday. And notably, this Sunday morning, on all 5 of the biggest Sunday morning shows, Biden spokespeople, Biden aides are available. They have all been interviewed on State of the Union, on Face the Nation, on Meet the Press. That is notable because Trump White House aides are totally MIA.
There he is.
Nobody from Trump world is out there defending this reckless legal strategy, this undemocratic conduct.
Trump out of here.
It is very notable, the differences we are seeing between the Biden camp and the Trump camp right now.
Yeah, you're going to strip me down. Okay, whatever. And you're going to start the video. Hit that mute button. What about that? Did I bookmark anything else? No, we didn't. Alrighty, y'all. It's 2:10 in the morning. My appointment is. Why am I way down here? That's too long. Like 4 days ago. Alright, y'all, that ain't no news. Let me go ahead and call it a day. If anybody would help us to get that Dolby Atmos, that'd be great. But the sale is on for a while, so hopefully. What am I looking for? I just killed the last one, I assume. And I'm still looking. I hate to say it. I like to fight. It's not a good thing. You're not supposed to be a Christian and you like to fight. There's something wrong about that. I want to know, why is the encoder overloaded? You ain't doing nothing. Is it because I'm running that thing in the background? Go to output. What do we have on? We got it on quality. Put it on speed. Put the profile on baseline. That's going to take care of that right there. Shouldn't have that problem now. Picture ain't going to... Oh, it's got to be clear. We doing a 2K. It's got to be crystal clear. We can let off the settings a little bit. Most of y'all don't have 2K TVs or 4K TVs. So alrighty, y'all. Go ahead. Oh, hold on. We can't go nowhere. We ain't done the CV numbers. Oh, man. Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. We can't leave. God damn it. We ain't done the CV numbers. And nobody said nothing. Y'all know we got to do the CV numbers, man. Y'all trying to get me in trouble here? All right. They keep showing me them bikes. I ain't got that kind of money, man. They give us a good stimulus. All right. Cases of the CV in the United States. 12,589,088 cases total that we know of in the United States. Deaths, 262,701. All right, so let's get down here. Let's see how fast we can do this. I got doctor's appointment tomorrow. Even though I really don't even want to go. All right, you know it's Sunday because Texas look good. They only got 6,611. They lost 77 people. They got 218,000 plus walking around. California, 8,695. They lost 17 people. They got 561,000 walking around. Florida, 6,587. They got 59 people dead. They lost 284,500. Illinois, 10,012. They lost 99 people. They got 303,000 plus walking around. New York, 5,227 new cases. They lost 20 people. They got 163,500 walking around. Georgia on my mind. I caught the midnight train to Georgia. I bought the CV. I was coming from California. Georgia, 2,328 new cases. They lost 19 people. They got 157,000 plus walking around. Wisconsin, 3,507. No losses. They got 75,000 plus walking around. Ohio, 8,133. They lost 12 people. They got 118,000 plus walking around. Tennessee, 4,589 new cases. They lost 55 people. They got 42,000 walking around. Ain't nothing finer than the shores of North Carolina. 4,514 new cases. They lost 29 people today. They got 55,609 active. Michigan, what up though? No stats. Pennsylvania, 6,541. They lost 38 people. They got 110,000 walking around. New Jersey. I thought we hit New Jersey already. They're down here number 13. New Jersey, 3,474. They lost 17 people. They got 103,000 walking around. Arizona, 4,331. They lost 7 people. They got 200 and almost 245 thousand walking around. Indiana, 6,174 new cases. They lost 59 people. Missouri, no stats. Minnesota, 7,205. They lost 40 people. They got 47,000 plus walking around. Alabama, they got 1,798. No losses. They got 138,000 walking around. Louisiana, 3,483 new cases. They lost 27. They got 28,000 walking around. Virginia, 2,117, no losses. They got 197,725, damn, walking around. Iowa, 2,862. They lost 32 people. They got 92,000 plus walking around. Massachusetts, they got 2,695 new cases. They lost 24 people. They got 39,000 walking around. I must be far behind ya, 'cause I'm still in South Carolina. They got 1,277 new cases. They lost 9 people. 94 plus are walking around. 94,000 plus infected. Colorado, 3,921. They lost 19. They got 142,000 and a half walking around. Maryland, my state of Maryland, my itty bitty state of Maryland, 2,168 new cases. We lost 19 people today, and thank God I ain't one of them. We got 170,000 walking around. Utah, McGraw, 3,198 cases. They lost 6 people. They got 60,479 walking around. Oklahoma, 3,406. They lost 10 people. They got 32,000 plus walking around. Oh, shucky ducky, Kentucky. They ain't feeling so lucky. They got 2,192. They lost 4 people. They got 130,000 plus walking around. Washington State, 1,136 new cases, no deaths. They got almost 85,000 walking around. Arkansas, 1,352. They lost 20 people. They got 17,500 walking around. Mississippi, M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. Mississippi, 779 new cases. They lost 19 people. They got almost 23,000 walking around. The real Kansas, no stats. Nevada, 2,155 new cases, 6 deaths. They got almost 52,000 walking around. No stats for Nebraska, no stats for Connecticut. Idaho, 819 new cases. They lost 2 people. They got almost 53,000 walking around. New Mexico. I said New Mexico. They got 2,456 new cases. They lost 33 people. They got 51,000 and a half walking around. South Dakota, 851 new cases. They lost 42 people. They got almost 17,000 people walking around. North Dakota, 1,143. They lost 6 people. They got 10,000 plus walking around. All gone. 1,502. And they lost 1. We had to go 40 states before I could say that. That's not good. They still don't have no stats. Montana, 1,138. They lost 3. 16,000 walking around. Rhode Island, you got to rule them all now. Rhode Island, no stats. West Virginia, 880. They lost 4. They got 13,000 plus walking around. Delaware, 487 new cases. They lost 2 people. They got 15,000 walking around. Wyoming, are you still groaning about living in Wyoming? 759 new cases, no deaths. They got 11,000 walking around. Alaska, 543 new cases, and they lost 1. They got 19,320 active cases. District of Columbia, 190 new cases, no losses. They got 4,500 walking around. New Hampshire, 317 new cases. They lost 4. They got 4,200 walking around. Hawaii 5-0, 122 new cases. They lost 2 people. They got 4,300 walking around the island. Maine, 236 new cases. They lost 2. They got almost 2,400 walking around. Vermont, 83 new cases.